Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Robert and welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? Today's video I'm going to share with you how to create this seeing through 3D shaker car. Some great car making tips coming right up. Let's start it. Okay, so I create the Local King Robert Stain YouTube channel, all the videos that I created for my customer to show them how to use the Local King's product. So if you have the product and then you're welcome to use it. If you don't, just try to find something similar, and then it's the idea. You can use the idea and then with your own stamps or diecast to create something similar. So it is car making, it is just for fun. So if you're looking for the stamp set or die-cut set I'm using in my video, just make sure you visit localkingrobertstein.com and you can find everything there. Otherwise, just use the stamp image that you already have. So in my video, I always share with my processing. When I create a car, what kind of problem we have, what kind of problem when I faced it and how to solve the issue. So when I created this shaker car in the beginning, I really want to create a seeing through car because I want to create this glass jar and then collect all the seashell. I think it's just so cool. And then once when I create this seeing through car, I kind of wanted my seashell move around. So my first prototype, my seashell was moving around, but when I finish this car project, two of my seashells kind of stuck there and doesn't move. So I kind of figured out why, and then in the video I would like to share with the boo-boo that I made, so that way when you make the car you don't have to make the same mistake I did. So that's started. Okay, so in my videos, I always share with some awesome technique, car making idea with you guys. For this car, we are going to use the Garden of the Life. This is stamp set. They come with a stamp and matching die-cut set. And then I'm going to use my Sea Treasure stamp set. So the Sea Treasure stamps I designed in 2015. That's almost 3 years ago. So I am going to find my basic car. So the basic car, I use 100 pounds cardstock. This is I'm making the 5.5 by 5.5. So the width is 11. And then I want to do something because I want to make a shaker car. And then I am putting the foam tape. You can see there is some kind of space, right? So if I just folding the car like that and I add the foam between, so it's kind of weird. So I kind of want to create some kind of width for my car. So how to do that? We are going to need a pencil and a ruler. So this car is 11, right? So we're going to find the center point first. The center point will be 5.5, right? And then so 5.5, we're going to mark 5.5 there. And then we're going to do like a 1/16 on the right side and a 1/16 on the left side. So something, you see that 3 little dots over there. Okay, so now we are going to create we're going to use the screw power screw body. So I am going to just draw, or you can kind of just using your screw power to guiding it. So I kind of have like a 1/16 gap, and here I'm going to just do 1. Okay, and then I'm going to move again that dotting here. So I kind of did the 2 scroll line over there, and then I'm going to fold it. So that way I created some gap between. So when I add the foam phone tape over there, so I don't have to worry about my car is kind of you know what I mean. I just want to have some space between my car so I can add the phone sheet. So this is my phone sheet, and I really want to create a shaker car. So I really want my seashell is kind of moving around. So the first prototype I did it, I think my space is not deep enough, so my seashell still like cut in the between. So I am going to actually have two sheets of foam tape to raising up the space between, so that way my seashell can move around. So which is getting me a great idea. Later I'm going to create something like under the sea. I'm going to see my sea turtle, all the sea creature, and move around. So that will be my next video. Okay, and then I found out, okay, I am going to do the die cut first. So I am going to, let me put this one away first, otherwise can't find it. So I'm going to have my Garden of the Life set. So this one, they come with a double die cut. You can see the prototype, the outside one I use as layering, and then the inside one. So they have actually different kind of size. If you want to add this outline, I mean this fine outline, totally up to you. So I am going to just I'm going to put it right here because here I want to put something else. So, and then I'm going to just secure with some reposition tape. Okay, and then because my cardstock is actually 100 pound, is kind of thick, so I don't think so my machine will cut through the both piece. So I'm going to run through the machine first time, and after you die cut it, don't remove your tape. Okay, so you can see that I have my first side cut, right? I am going to just remove this piece. My die cut is still attached on my front, and then now I am going to folding it. Okay, make sure you line up everywhere, and then going to push down the tape, and now we're going to run through the machine one more time. Okay, so this way I can definitely make sure that my glass jar is level together. So that's see, I can definitely cut it. So just make sure that you going to separate and cut the half sheet at a time, and then see, now I have my jar like this. Okay, so I have a die cutter, and I make sure my die cut is level, and then I still have some kind of space between, so when I add the foam and the foam have a place to be. Okay, and then on the right side, just want to, I found that it's a little bit too plain. I was planning to do the A2 size card, but I found out it's a little bit too small. So I do the 5.5 by 5.5, but I found that this side is kind of empty. So I decide that I am going to put the embossing there. So I don't know, have you guys watch my video? I use these roller decks to using as for my embossing, and then when I was looking for like a seashell, so it was under the sea, so that way I can find all the embossing folder very easily. So I put this one F50, so that's how I can find it. And then remember, if you want the embossing side, the mark have to be face out. So I'm going to just insert my embossing folder and do a little bit adjustment. I think that's a good place to put all my embossing. Okay, so let's take a look. I think that looks pretty good, and I'm going to just put in my embossing folder back to my box, and then I'm going to just rub a little bit color here, and I think I am going to do a very light purple. Can you see the light purple? Let's just use this lavender color. So I'm going to use my magic mushroom. Okay, I'm going to just be careful your fingerprint. So I'm going to just gently rubbing some, drawing a little circle, and remember always use your finger to support your magic mushroom. If you keep doing this, they are going to break. So the head, the sponge is going to break from here. Okay, so always taking care of your tool. Just rub gently, circle around. You can use any blending tool you have. Blending brushes, anything they work will be the good tool. Okay, let's just add a little bit color on top. Okay, I think that's really good. Or maybe a little bit here too. Try to hide your stroke. I think that's good enough. If you want to add more color, feel free to do that. But I think I am happy with the very soft color. Okay, and then now we are going to tape or acetate. So I have a 2-piece acetate here, and I'm going to just go around it. So the acetate doesn't really matter. You just try to put the glue as long as they can stick your acetate. That's good enough. So too big. Let me just trimming a little bit. Make a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's my first piece of acetate. Be very careful. Okay, so that's my first piece of acetate, and then the other one. Okay, like these. Okay, going to put another piece of acetate here. Okay, so that's our see-through jar, right? And then now we are going to put the foam tape. Like, it's 2 ways to do it. One way is you just trimming, like you can buy those kind of foam tape, like a roll, and then you can kind of just go around it. But I want to share with you other way to do it. So I have some glue. The tape is here. I want to share with you guys another way to do the foam tape. So I already cut the 1 piece of foam tape a little bit smaller. Here it's okay if it doesn't matter the gap. And then I'm going to put my foam tape just around here. Okay. And then we're going to just tape it just in case they don't move. Okay, I'm going to run to the machine, die cut it. Okay, they will cut it. Is a you won't have a problem. It's actually very easy to die cut it. And then after you die cut it, you can still use this piece. You can just use small pieces to when you want to mounting something. So that's my first foam tape. If you want to, actually, I want to make a two. So I am going to just cut one more piece. I really want to create the space. So that way my seashell can really like moving inside the jar. Okay, that's another one, and I'm going to share with you some other good tip. That's the problem that when I create this one. So these two you can see a little bit, is not identical, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I got this tape from Amazon and I found out they are super sticky. So it is going to be very hard if you want to remove the whole sheet. So what I do is I actually cut them in half. I just trimming like this in half, and then the other one too. They don't have to be exactly the same. Okay, so it's something like this. And then now it's going to be easier. But before we do that, first of all, I need to punch two holes. I want to put some ribbon here. So before we glue everything, I'm going to just use my punch. Just punch two little circle there. One and two. Can I ask you guys a question? If you have time, I'm hoping you can reply my message. Do you guys find my video is too complicated? I really try to share with you guys all the awesome idea I know, but do you guys think sometimes my stuff is my video is a little bit complicated, or you like it? If you can leave in a comment, let me know. That would be awesome. So because I really trying to share with all the great car making idea with you guys, but sometimes my husband said this is just too complicated. Who can do it? And also it's like too costly. I remember when we here is another question. When you guys are making the car because you want to save the money that you never have to buy the car anymore, or you doing it because you enjoy the creating? I think most of you guys do the car making because you enjoy the car, enjoy the processing, not because you want to save the money, right? Because I remember when we doing the show, we once a while we always meet the people. They say, oh, if I bought a starter kit, I will never have to buy the cards anymore. Those ready-made cards are expensive, right? So I always joke around and say, oh, be careful, your car maybe end out to be like $100 because they can be very pricey. You need this and you need that, and it's actually very addictive, right? Okay, so leave me a comment. Let me know you create a car because you like the you make the car because you like to be creating the car, enjoy the processing, or you try to save the money. I think I already know all the answer. Okay, so I have a two sheet. I kind of mess up the order. I think that's the one, and the other, oh yeah, that's the one. Okay, so sorry. Here is what you're gonna do. You are actually going to start on the top, right? And then so kind of take a look first. Okay, that's what is going to be lined out. So that's going to be good. Okay, so we're going to remove the backing first, just a little bit, not too much. And then we're going to try to just don't put it down yet. Try to just eyeball it. Make sure your tape is your foam tape is at the right spot. Those foam tape is very sticky. So that's the right place. And then once when you make sure that's the right place, and then you can start to peeling one side. Try to line up with your jar, which is not going to be a very hard. Okay, so that's the first one, pretty good. And then going to use the button, the other one, same thing. You're going to move a little bit first. Don't remove the top yet. And if a little bit off, it's okay. It's a handmade card, and then this tape, this foam tape is just so sticky. If you put it down, that's it. Don't try to remove anymore because they cannot be removed. So just be careful. Put it down, and then you do your best. Okay, like this. Okay, and then I think I want to just do one more layer to really create that space, so that way my seashell can move around. But it's totally up to you. You see, it doesn't really cost you too much tape, but depending if you are making this to somebody really special. So I'm going to just kind of layering on the top. Okay, just do your best. Luckily they are white, so they don't really okay. And then I'm going to do this. Now I really create a space between my front and the back. Let me make this a little bit better. Okay, like the yeah, that's good. Okay, and then next there is something we are going to put some weight on our seashell. So before we do that, I already used another die cut. I cut, oops, let me see, I can squeeze in. So if you want to add that nice fancy outline, go for it. So I am going to use glue. Find this is much easier. So be careful, don't put too much. If you accidentally put too much and then the glue is stick on your acetate, just use a glue gun to clean it, wipe off. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to just I should put the ribbon after. See, I'm a human. They just prove I'm a human. I'm not an AI. Okay, just open it. Okay, and try to do your best. We don't want the, well, even this glue, they are drying. After they dry, they have become clear. But try to avoid it. They stick on your acetate. You don't want to foggy your acetate with your, you don't want to have a fingerprint on top, right? So if you are making this card, it must be for somebody who is special, because it's kind of take a little bit time to do it. Need a little bit more tape. Okay, and then if there is some glue on top, I'm going to show you. See, there is some glue on top, right? We are going to just use a Q-tip with a little bit glue gun to clean it. Okay, so the glue gun, and then here is the Q-tip, and then I can easily clean those glue. Well, just be careful because they are so fine, right? So you can easily remove those glue with a glue gun, and then just use the other side of the cotton part to clean it. And I'm going to just rubbing mine. Like this. Okay, so that was a boo-boo. That's ugly. That's just trimming. It's getting shorter and shorter. Okay, so now we are going to working on our seashell. See, seeing through, very good. And then try to remove all the glue if you accidentally get some fingerprint on top. Okay, and now I definitely have enough space to put my seashell. So I have my seashell, 1, 2, 3, some starfish here. 1, 2, 3. Which one? 4. Okay, have a 2 more star. Okay, and then see my seashell is not moving. Why is not moving? And then I'm going to show you a secret. Did you see one of these is moving? Why that one is moving? And then the other 2 is not moving. Haha, there is some. Okay, so here is some detail that we have to fix it before we put the seashell. So I put my foam tape inside, right? They are not completely level, but that's okay. But you can when I put my finger and I found out it's kind of sticky. That's why all my little embellishment is all stuck on my foam tape. So how we're gonna fix that is we have an embossing body. There is some powder. So we kind of just rubbing on top to make those sticky part not sticky anymore. I was looking for my embossing powder, embossing body. I couldn't find it, but it was actually under my big shot machine. I was almost going to use the baking soda. Why not? I think that will work. So now they are not sticky anymore. And then you can use the Swiffer, kind of wipe off the extra powder here. Okay, and then now I'm going to put a few of my seashell inside. Okay, how come that few of the seashell not moving, but the one of the seashell is moving? I'm going to share with you my secret pretty soon. Okay, so now here is the secret. Are you ready? Ta-da! What? Actually, what I do is I actually glue a penny. So in Canada, we don't have a penny anymore. So I found a few. You can use a dime or nickel. That's more expensive. So I actually found the $1 Chinese Taiwanese dollar. So next time when I go to US, I have to get some penny. So what you're gonna do is you can just put some tape. Let's get some double-side tape. You can just do. Okay, actually, before we do that, I want to share with you something else. So you can see this is kind of looks ugly, right? How are we going to fix that? Because I pre-cut a few of my seashell here, right? And then I'm going to color with markers, and I just have my alcohol marker handy here. So, but after you color with the alcohol marker, because they will go through the paper, so that actually kind of ugly. So how we are going to fix that, I'm going to share with you. Sorry, this video is a little bit too long, a little bit too complicated, but if you like, keep watching. If you find this too complicated, leave me a comment, let me know. Next time I will try to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to just color my seashell. Okay, so here is another gray tip for you here. Let's just color my seashell here. Okay, that's good. So, and then you can see the back is kind of seeing through, right? Well, this one didn't really seeing through. That's added a little bit more. So you can use your favorite media to color that. Okay, so in the back is kind of seeing through, so it's kind of ugly. So what we're gonna do is we are actually going to get another one and glue in the back. So that way they don't really show anymore, right? So I'm going to just give it a little bit highlighted. I know this one definitely is a little bit, or you know what, you can just cut the one piece without the stamp image, just one piece white cardstock like this. Okay, so now the back, we don't have to worry the bleed. So I'm going to just do these. Okay, and now we are going to glue our $1 here. So I am going to just use the double-sided tape. Okay, and then just put here. Like this. Okay, and then you actually add the weight. You move very nicely. Okay, but you probably say, oh, that looks really ugly in the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just grab a piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to just cut the circle, and this circle is 3/4. You see, 3/4. And then that's how you can hide the coin. You might go into the jail. You know, I don't know in the Canada or America, if you damage the current, like a coin, like a currency, is illegal. Like you cannot damage the currency. But isn't that weird? It's my money. I want to burn it. So what's the problem? See, now this one is moving very nice and smoothly. Let me double check on the side. Is it sticky now? It's not sticky. So, and then we can put few, like a 1 or 2 is not the moving one. See, if we don't have a weight, they really don't move around. So one move is good enough, isn't it? Or you want everybody move, so maybe add the 2 or 3 coin to the other one. But this one maybe is not going to move because they have a B. It's a very, that part is kind of poking out. Or you know what? We're going to give it operation. So I'm going to just trimming this part. Okay, so that way, after you color them and put the weight on top, I think they can move much easier. Let's give it a try. Okay, so I find out my purple is a little bit too light, so I add a little bit darker purple and a little bit blue too. Remember, for your magic mushroom, if you when you want to tapping, they don't have to be very moisture. They can just go for tapping. But if you want to do the blending, they have to be moisture. And then Vancouver getting so hot, I just moisture them a few hours ago, and then usually they will stay wet for one day. But today I found out after 2-3 hours they dry. They need to re-moisture again. Just remember that. Okay, so now that's the I already add my seashell, and I add the all pinning the back, and then see now they can move so easily like this. Okay, so I am going to also, I have a starfish. Where did my starfish go? So that was my starfish. That was a red starfish. Hello. Oh, found my starfish. Okay. I was looking for my starfish and I couldn't find it for a while. I actually found this one. So why not put it and put it here, put it here. And then my starfish pop out. So let's put the starfish too. So the crow and the starfish, I didn't put the coin. Only the 3 seashell, I put the coin. And then they actually move quite nice. Okay, so let's put this one under. And then now we are going to seal soon. But before we seal, if you find out this is a little bit too empty, we can put this kind of embellishment on top. Just a few, not too many. Let's see. I think that looks pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so now we are going to just remove the backing of the foam tape. Okay, be very careful. And that they are really super sticky. Okay, and then now when you close it, so just try to line up your car. Now, see, all they are moving because the weight. Okay, and I think that's pretty nice. And then I have at least a nice sentiment here. If you find it too big, we can put on the side. I think put it here. Is it good enough? Or yeah, here will do. So I am going to just use the glue. Please. Ta-da! So this was the first one that it doesn't really move. Now, ooh, what happened to my? Oh, it's yeah, it's still moving. So because that coin, it really can help this move. I think it's much cuter. Like this. Yeah, you can feel the weight. So move or doesn't move, it doesn't matter, but I really like the idea for the seeing through shaker car, and I hope you like it. If you do like it, make sure you give me a thumb up and leave me a comment, let me know. So hoping you like today's video. I got some other ideas, so let's just move this one. Okay, so I got some other idea I'm working on to have a bigger area and put my sea turtle, seahorses, the whole family to create another car. So hoping you like today's idea, and hoping you like a few of the crafting technique that I share with you. So, and sorry, this video is a little bit too long, and I hope it's not too complicated. And then if you think my video is a little bit too complicated, make sure you leave me a comment, let me know. And if you like to learn something more simple, let me know, and I will definitely working on that. So thank you so much for watching. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. See you next time. Bye.